Hi everyone, thanks for having me back. If you don't remember my name, it's Allie. So today we are going to be talking about some team building, and we're going to be building off of the self-talk we did last week. So first, I wanted to start off by recapping the activity that we did. Do you guys remember that? Okay, so remember we had Sam and Julie come up here. Sam missed a set, and she said some negative things to herself. And then I said, well, why don't you say those things out loud to Julie? And she said, why? That'd be so mean. And then you guys took a minute and you were able to realize, why would I say negative things to myself when if Julie missed the ball, I would be telling her positive things to build her back up. So we're just trying to make you guys more aware of the things that you say to each other, and just so that you can perform better on the court. Okay, good job. So first I want to talk about some things that you guys feel make good volleyball players and teammates in general. So give me 3 things that you think make a good volleyball player. Strong, right? Dependable, yeah. Talkative. Talkative is really important. Okay, so I've listed a few things that we can talk about, and I'll pass out this later, but first I want to see what you guys can all come up with. So first, I wanted to say that being the most positive person on the court for yourself is important, but you also need to be positive for your teammates. This is important because no matter how things are going on the court, you guys can keep each other lifted up, and you can turn things around as soon as you want. You can decide to be your best as an athlete, teammate, and person. So this is something that's very important. When you guys walk in that door every day, you need to decide that you are going to be the best volleyball player and teammate you can be. You need to be ready to listen, you need to be positive, and then you need to fully commit to what you're doing during that day. You don't want to think about the homework, what you're going to eat later, none of that stuff, right? I mean, we all want to know, but when you're here for practice, you're here to play, this is what you're here for, so stay focused. Okay, and then we need to be able to find the positives in the tough times. So as sad as it sounds, you can't always have your best performance. You need to make sure that you stay positive no matter what the situation is. If you miss a point, it's 1 point. You got 24 more, hopefully, and you can come back from it. It's fine. So stay positive and you'll get through it. Another thing is leading by example, is being that positive person that walks in the gym every day and they're always just lifted up, they're constantly saying positive things to their teammates, and everyone just feels the energy coming off them. Like, they make you want to play better and they make you want to work hard. So you want to be that person who brings out the best in your teammates. I mean, who doesn't? Okay, and then the last thing is just to smile. As silly as it sounds, if you have a smile on your face, it's kind of hard to be mad, right? I mean, someone's at least going to laugh a little with your smile. So just try and smile and see where that leads you. Okay, next we want to talk about being the best team you can be. So can you give me 3 things that make up a good team? It could be college, it could be a team that you've played against, it could be anybody. Communication. Being strong, yeah. You guys like that one. And then being positive. Right, sure, those are all good. So I have some things that I want to talk about that I think are very important to being a good team, but these are all just things to keep in mind. So trying to focus on how you can accomplish your goals, not why you can't. This is really important because everything is about the process. Becoming a better volleyball player is a process, and it's not instantaneous. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fun, right? Right. So you need to focus on why you can do something. Remember that first day whenever I came, you guys said you walked into matches, sorry. You walked into your matches and you said, you know, we really just go in and we try not to lose too bad. I mean, that really kind of took me back for a minute, and I just want you guys to think, if you went in with a different mind, you could turn things around completely. If you walked in and you said, you know what, we're going to win today, things could be completely different. your mind is already in the positive direction, and things that you say to yourself, your body will follow. So you can fake it till you make it, you know? Okay, so then something else is focusing on the opportunities, not the obstacles. So say one of you was in the game and you rolled your ankle. I mean, that really sucks. You're going to face injury in your time. You're going to face many obstacles. But, I mean, they're going to be out for a minute. And if they don't get back in, it's an opportunity for the next person to prove themselves as a player. They can always come back. It'll be better. Don't worry. But you got to stay focused on the here and the now all the time. You can't focus on things that happened in the past. Those are gone. You got to stay focused on things that are right now. And that leads me into something else, which is taking each game and each point one step at a time. What happened in the past doesn't matter, so stay in the present and control the controllables. This is really important. And that was kind of a lot, so I'll explain it. But taking things one point at a time is really important because you can't, like I said, you can't control things that happened in the past. So why are you going to worry about what happened that you can't control? It's kind of silly, right? So whenever so if you guys missed a point and you went to go line up and serve again, well, you would be receiving. So you're receiving, you guys are keeping positive, you're keeping your morale up, and you say, you know what, we're going to get the ball back, guys. Don't worry, right now, we got it. And then you play, and if it doesn't happen, fine. You give it another shot. It's 1 point at a time. You have 24 more in the game after that 1 point. So you got to stay focused on those next. And then control the controllables. You can't control things that aren't happening within you. So what I mean by that is you can focus on how you react to the ball, how you react to your teammates, and things like that. Things that you can't control are things like the clock, things like the calls the ref makes that you might not like. You can't control those things. You can control what you do to overcome them, right? Right. Okay, so just keep those things in mind, and then I'm going to wrap this part up by saying this quote by Henry Ford, which is, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. So working as a team is really important, and you need to keep that in mind. So this challenge I have for you is what I'm going to call a positivity exercise. And each day when you're on the court, when you see your teammates throughout the day, I want you to say at least 2 positive things to 2 different people during your day and see what that does. So you guys remember those things for next time. And then I'm also going to hand you this sheet, which has some team goals on it. And you can see that they all go around in a circle. That means they all tie together. So I'm going to give you the sheet for homework, and then we're going to recap it next time. So basically, I'm just going to explain it real quick. So team spirit grows when all team members feel that they have a meaningful role to play, when they're constantly challenged to be all they can be, and they're all having fun in the process of getting where they want to go. So you want to have fun, you want to be challenged, and everyone wants to have a meaningful role. No matter how small you think your role is, you can be wrong. Everyone plays something important. Even if you're sitting on the bench the whole time during the game, you have an important role. You have to keep your teammates' morale up. You have to keep everyone going, keep them alive for the next match. Don't worry about things. You'll get back in the game, and you just need to be focused on the here and now. Be the best you can be with what you've been given. So remember that you guys, I want you, just remember that everyone has an important role, and I want you to keep those in mind when you come in here. So I want you to think of some things that make up a good team. Think about all those things that we talked about, and things that you guys value as a team are going to go on here. So come back, and I want you to see these things filled out, and then we'll make it a little more visual for you, and we'll take it from there. So you guys have a good practice, and I'll talk to you next week.